great 3 years, in my life and my career. A lot of things happened the last 3 years, but I just, feel blessed, for signing 3 years ago with the Cardinals, and they give me the chance to go to the big league, and play the game that I love the most. 2 years in the minors, don't want the way that I want, but I think it's part of life, you have to get over that, and keep working, and the results show up last year, I spent the whole year in the big league, have a great year for me and for the fans, and my family, and it was great for me. It's tough, man. When you leave, life behind, I lived 22 years in Cuba, my family, my mom, and it's tough, but I think you have to take a tough decision in life, and I not regrets, I just feel I have to do it at that point of my career, and you see the results right now,
Aledmys Diaz.
That's one of the things I learned, as soon as I left Cuba, you have to keep your emotion on the same level, because sometimes you have, bad moments in your life, sometimes you have good moments, but you have to stay like the same, That's what I think helped me last year, A lot of things happened at the same time in my first year, but I was able to, to stay calm and just enjoy the process. Yeah, I look more for bound in the road, I think it's everything, especially get to the big league is tough, You have the best player in the world, and you have to fight for that, But I think like the organization, give me a chance, first of all, sign, and give me a chance to come to this great country, and do what I love is play baseball, and I just trust in the process, I know it. Like when you lose 2 years, it's tough to getting back, my rhythm in the play and in the field. But I think, it's part of the process, After 2 years, I feel comfortable, I feel healthy, and then I start playing the game every day. Everything you're gonna get to the big league and hit 400 the first month, But at the same time, I just feel really comfortable, After the year before, the second half in the minors, I just feel good, I start hitting, and I get my time in home play. I go to AAA, hit almost 400, and then I go to the fall league and hit 315, So I feel comfortable, I don't say I think in my mind, I'm gonna get to the big league and hit 400 my first month, But I feel comfortable, I feel like I swing pretty good, and that's what happened. It's great. I think I have to give a lot of credit to the veteran guys in the team, As soon as I get there, I feel comfortable, I think sometimes with the young players, when you get to the big league, everything is new for you, But if you have like that teammates, like the coaching staff, Mike, and I think I have to say thanks to Molina, Peralta, the veteran guys, they showed me the right way to do it in the big league for sure. Like put the ball in play, I think every time you strike out 200 times, you don't have a chance to hit like 260, I think it's about like put the ball in play, When you look guys hitting 300 in the big league, I think one of the reasons why they hit 300 is because they put the ball in play, I talked a lot last year with Yadi, and he explained that to me, like if you put the ball in play, you have the chance, and especially when you can run, if you hit a ground ball shortstop and you hustle, maybe you get a hit that day, So that's part of my game, like hit it for some power, but if you can put the ball in play, you have the chance to get hit for your team. I want to play, for this organization the rest of my career, and yeah, for sure. At that point, I was hitting like 220s in the minors, and I was, they need a spot in the 40-man, and they took it, I just take that with the right way, I don't was performing the right way in the minors, and just I say I have to work harder, I have to came early to the park and hit it more in the cage, take more ground balls, and that's why the way I took it, Sometimes it's a game of luck, sometimes you hit the ball hard and you get out, sometimes you hit the ball bad and you get hits, So for me, it's more about being consistent, hit hard the ball and take good at bats, get on base. That's why my big goal for this year, get on base and give a chance to my teammates to, get the RBI. It's going to be special. I think every time I have to see it, the opportunity to see Dexter take at bats, great, and Carp the same, and for sure it's going to be a great year for us.